Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Become a member to the channel. It's only a few dollars. I leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Look, the controversy is here. Yeah, I said it. I think Shakur Stevenson's gonna lose. I did a YouTube short. Took the boxing world by storm. People are like, oh man, Hood Champion's hating on Shakur Stevenson. Hood Champion doesn't know shit about boxing. He's just a hater. He's just an old guy with a YouTube channel. Go and figure out something to do with yourself. And look here, seagull alert. Look, McNicholas. Hood Champion is quite all right. Been retired going on 7 years now. Haven't done anything since except enjoy life. So you can learn a lot from Hood Champion, especially about this boxing shit. Look, man, what's your strategy for Shakur Stevenson? Get out of here, man. Everybody's out here, bandwagoners. Shakur Stevenson won a silver medal. Shakur Stevenson, this guy Sean Porter said that he's the better defensive fighter than Floyd Mayweather. So you hear somebody say something and you compare it into bullshit. Nobody can explain to me how Shakur Stevenson's gonna beat William Zepeda. Gotta excuse me, gotta drink my coffee, man. I'm a retired military cat. So I drink coffee during the day. So if you're gonna disagree with me, right? Because I explained why I think Zepeda beats Shakur Stevenson. I explained why. But nobody could say nothing except, you're wrong, OG. Shakur's gonna, I'll come back in a few months and revisit this YouTube video. McNicholas, nobody want to see your ugly ass here. Unless you explain why you think Shakur's gonna win, come back with a dialogue. Don't just come back here with your goddamn handyman fucking outfit on while you're sitting on your couch with writing your name on the orange juice because you're still living at mommy and daddy's house. Because I said something that you didn't like about your favorite fighter. Look, let me tell you something. Key strategies for Shakur Stevenson, since you guys can't fucking articulate it in the goddamn comments, I'm going to help you out. Now, for Shakur Stevenson, he's got to stick and move, all right? I'm telling you what he needs to do to win. I think he loses, all right? I would make that shit crystal clear. But at the same time, this is boxing. I don't have a favorite fighter. I could care less. But I'm going to look at this and I'm going to sit here and try to break this shit down. And you're dealing with a high volume puncher like Zepeda. Extremely high volume. Shakur Stevenson, as soon as that fight starts, he's going to have to stick and move. Zepeda's an aggressive volume puncher. I'm telling you right now, Shakur Stevenson's going to have to use that footwork to avoid them prolonged exchanges. We know Shakur Stevenson has great footwork. Matter of fact, I think that mug, he may have to change his brake pads after that fight because he's going to be darting all around that ring. He may get a speeding ticket because he's going to be hauling ass. He's going to be hauling ass. Ain't no way he's going to foolishly stand in front of Zepeda and try to go blow for blow, mano y mano, macho y macho. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. But I tell you what, he sure as hell better be careful, man, and avoid prolonged exchanges. He's staying there messing around with Zepeda, Shakur gonna get his ass clipped. Now, I hear some people saying, Shakur's gonna knock him out. He has Herculean strength. You're gonna see, Hood Champion. He's just as strong as Terrence Crawford. Hey, yo, McNicholas, hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. Shakur Stevenson, as strong as Terrence Crawford. Lord have mercy. What you wake up this morning and do? Have a bowl of dumbass for breakfast, then got in the shower, then got out to take a piss and got back in the shower? Yo, don't come on here talking that nonsense. Shakur Stevenson ain't getting goddamn power like Terrence Crawford. The next thing he's got to do is control distance. Look, Shakur Stevenson is good at doing these things, man. I just don't see how you're going to do it against the damn Zepeda. Manage the range with his jab. You got the call?
I'll be back. Going into work for a couple hours.
But you got the call to go?
No, I got to work on a project for the director.
Okay, no problem. All right.
Phone me, I have my phone.
All right.
Check my location, I'll be at work.
Okay. Yeah. My wife bouncing. Sorry about that, man. Let me get back to my animation and shit. Anyway, controlling the distance, right? Stevenson's ability to manage range with his jab is going to be key. But I'm still, it comes back to, yeah, he's jabbing, but the movement's going to be crucial, man. Because if he can't do it, look, it's going to take more than just one jab. He ain't Floyd Mayweather, man. But I'm telling you, if they can't get the jab off, he's going to get overwhelmed. He's going to get overwhelmed by Zepeda. I don't know how else to tell y'all this. He's going to get overwhelmed by Zepeda. I know y'all don't want to hear this shit, but it's the truth. So stick and move, try to control the distance using the jab, and then the counter punching. We saw Tevin Farmer have a lot of success with the counter punching, but he got into what I call the eye of the storm. And when he was there, he was able to breathe a little bit and get some shots off. And for Shakur Stevenson, man, he's going to have to create openings and recognize when Zepeda's vulnerable, because Zepeda's throwing. So any fighter out there, if you're throwing a lot of shots, it's going to give the opponent opportunities. Shakur Stevenson's really good at exploiting those vulnerabilities and opportunities, and he can score. And he's precise. But I'm going to tell you this, right? I'm going to tell you this. We saw Shakur fight the kid, what was his name? Paddington, whatever the kid's name was, Joshua Padley, whatever his name was, the guy he fought out there who replaced Kid Austin, right? The electrician, plumber, whatever the hell he was. Come in there last minute, and he was hitting Shakur with some shit. Shakur won, but I'm just saying, I know it was a last minute change, and he was expecting to fight this guy, and now he's fighting this other guy, and I get it. But for Shakur to run around here saying he's the best fighter in the world, my man, you're the best fighter in the world, and you get in there and you fumble along the way and tickle and coochie coo and red light, green light your way to a goddamn knockout, which wasn't all that. That tells me that you getting it with Zepeda, that you ain't ready. You ain't ready. So y'all can sit here and say what you want. Because I tell you what, if he wants to be the self-proclaimed best boxer in the world, okay, how do you think Floyd Mayweather would have done? Last minute change, they give you a guy who's really unknown, is really a nobody, and you throw him in there with a guy like Floyd. Throw him in there with a guy like Manny Pacquiao. Throw him in there with a De La Hoya. Throw him in there with a Trinidad. Throw him in there with a Terrence Crawford. Throw him in there with an Andre Ward. Throw him in there with a Roy Jones. We're not talking about your last minute replacement as an elite fighter. No, you're talking about this barnacle that's been clinging to some goddamn light pole, and as an electrician or whatever he's doing, who just happened to be pried off of that shit and thrown in the ring to fight Shakur Stevenson. And he went in there, man, and he zapped and shot and X and Y'd his ass all over the place. But you think Shakur Stevenson going to go in here and get busy with William Zepeda? I'll tell you what, we're going to see if Shakur can land the precise shots to slow down Zepeda and discourage him. I'm just telling you, hold your horses and let's not take it to the stupid. Just because Shakur won a silver medal, just because he knows Bud Crawford, just because he knows Andre Ward, that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything when you're talking about styles making fights. Shakur will tell you that. Yeah, styles make fights, you know what I mean? Ion. You know how them young people be talking? I don't know what the fuck they saying. Yeah, for real. It's like, yo, you on this, you gotta translate that shit for me. Cause he frustrating me with the speech. He gotta frustrate Zepeda with his speech, with his performance, with the running, with the clinching. He's gotta do something. But the bottom line, he gotta make Zepeda miss. He gotta make him miss and force Zepeda to reset. Now, if he can do that, he may have an opportunity because he's going to disrupt Zepeda's rhythm and he's going to slow down the attack. So we need to see Shakur making Zepeda grossly miss his shots, get off balance. Then where Shakur can land precise counters and force Zepeda to reset and then to go again. If he can do that, then Zepeda, as far as those high volumes of punches that he throws, that shit's going to be diminished. I ain't going to say about 50%, but I'll tell you what, he definitely ain't going to be throwing 70, 100 punches around. if Shakur Stevenson can make him miss and reset. And while he's doing so, he's binging him. So, you know, it is what it is. But I just hope Shakur Stevenson stays off those damn ropes. You know he likes to move around. Zepeda's going to be coming at him in that southpaw stance. Zepeda's a southpaw. Remember, Zepeda fought Farmer. Farmer was a southpaw. Zepeda fought him twice. So he about to fight Shakur as a southpaw. Zepeda going to put him on them goddamn ropes, boy. Because Zepeda thrives when he can trap his opponent. And if he can trap Shakur on those ropes and start unloading them combinations, I'm telling you, Stevenson going to be in trouble. He better avoid getting cornered. You know what I'm saying? But I just think Zepeda's, that relentless pressure is difficult for anybody, man. Unless you got some power where you can hit El Camarones, the shrimp. Unless you can hit him with some shit with some power, I just think it'll be tough for Shakur Stevenson to maintain control. Because if he's not worried about anything you're dishing out, and look, it ain't even about hitting hard all the time. It's about getting hit with the shots you don't see. Shakur Stevenson is going to have to hit him with some shots he doesn't see. And that's where I think he can keep control of the fight. But I just think with Shakur's lack of knockout power means he has to win rounds convincingly, then try to rely on stopping Zepeda. And again, how do you win rounds convincingly against a guy who's throwing 70, 100 punches around? Because you don't have the power to slow him down. It doesn't matter if you're doing everything right. If you can't hurt him and slow him down, how do you win? Anyway, don't be surprised if Zepeda catches Shakur Stevenson and slows his ass down. All right? He damn near got to check to see if he got a pulse in the ring already. So getting it with Zepeda, all of a sudden Shakur Stevenson, the little punches he throws, all of a sudden you see that drastically reduced. Could happen. Who's got more power, Shakur or Zepeda? Who's got more stamina, conditioning, Shakur or Zepeda? Who throws more punches? Who's got better hands? Who comes into the fight with one hand? Talking about, I don't know. You know, for real. I hurt my hand, or my hand's broken, or my the thumb, the finger, all the metacarpals and all that. Who talking that shit? Was it the phalanges and shit? I ain't took that. Every bone in this goddamn hand is broken. Zepeda ain't talking that shit. It's Shakur Stevenson. So in addition to the counter punching and staying off everything we talked about, he got to make sure his hands are healthy. He don't have no control over that. Because he better not. You hear about a one-legged man in the ass-kicking contest, a one-arm boxer in a goddamn prize fight. How does that go? Not everybody can beat Danny Williams. Remember Danny Williams, a UK fighter? His arm came out of socket, and he landed the big mega boom left hook and knocked out his opponent. Not everybody can do that, 1 in a million chance of getting a knockout bullshit. Like, the stars just don't line up like that for everybody, and Shakur doesn't have the power to do it. Anyway, he's got confidence from somewhere. I don't know where he's getting it from, but he's expresses confidence in his ability, man, to handle Zepeda's aggression, stating that he's prepared to showcase the best version of himself on that night, which I believe that, but if he can execute his game plan effectively and perfectly, man, I think he has a good chance to get a victory. But again, you got to be flawless. I just don't see how you can be flawless against a guy like that who's going to come out here and everything you're doing to neutralize his pressure and speed and volume punching, he's doing everything to make sure you don't neutralize it. It's like watching an orthodox fighter and a southpaw fighter fight. And they got the foot fight. Who's trying to win? Southpaw wants his right foot outside the orthodox fighter left foot. The orthodox fighter wants his left foot outside the southpaw's right foot. There's a foot fight. I guess it's a matter of who wins. Who wins the fight as far as strategy and as far as imposing their strengths. Anyway, we'll see. Because when I look at Zepeda, man, that insane work rate, extraordinary number of punches this man throws around. I don't know what y'all talking about. Over 10, 12 rounds, this man throws over 1,000 punches. This man is some rounds throwing 100 punches, man. 70 to 100 plus punches around. The first round normally starts off slow at 70. After that, man start peaking around 100 punches around. And once he gets going with that relentless pressure and overwhelming you, it's on. All bad for his opponents, man. I'm just telling you, man. Constantly moving forward. Making his opponents fight at an uncomfortable pace. That's what Shakur Stevenson going to have to watch out for. You know Shakur Stevenson don't like to do much of anything in that ring. Stay calm, chicken peck, coochie cool, tickle, red light, green light. That's all he wants to do. Shit, Zepeda ain't going to let him do that bullshit. And he don't have the power to make him slow down and hesitate to jump in. There's not going to be any reluctance on Zepeda's part. He's coming in there. Boom, boom, bing, bing. All over Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to lose. I don't like losing. I may see him make the monkey face and shit, just like he did after the Olympics when he goddamn lost to the gold and won the silver medal. And I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm just telling you. You got a guy constantly moving forward, forcing you to fight at an uncomfortable pace. You better hope you got the conditioning, man, to handle that aggressive style. Because if Shakur Stevenson fades in them later rounds, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be all bad. You could see him quit. And then the tears, I don't want to lose. It's a payday, man. Ding, 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 ding. Celebrating. They're going to be bursting pinatas and all that shit. Y'all think I'm joking. I'm being as serious as a heart attack. I don't see why people, like, it shouldn't matter where someone's from. It shouldn't matter their race. If someone can fight, they can fight. It's like, you get some people don't want to give Shakur Stevenson credit because he can fight, right? But because you support Zepeda. Or you don't want to give Zepeda credit because you support Shakur Stevenson. That shit is dumb. The nationality and race don't have shit to do with this. Just look at it as what they bring to the table as fighters. And then let's have a healthy dialogue, man. So for Zepeda, the man got an insane work rate. He got relentless pressure. Durability and stamina. That's something Shakur Stevens going to have to be careful, man. Be careful of that durability and stamina of Zepeda. And then the southpaw advantage. Southpaws don't like fighting southpaws. But Zepeda fought he fought Tevin Farmer twice. Shakur has not. I'm just telling you, watch out for Shakur Stevenson to get in there and find himself uncomfortable fighting a southpaw. And y'all say, oh, Shakur, man, he won't have any problem. This is going to be a cakewalk for him. Okay. It's going to be, what kind of cake is it going to be? That's all I'm asking. Someone tell me what kind of cake it's going to be. Carrot cake, red velvet cake. How about this? It may be something hard to digest, won't be cake. It'll be a shit sandwich. Okay, so let's get that straight. But anyway, just understand the body work. Shakur Stevenson gonna have to try to go to the body. He gonna try to throw uppercuts. He gonna have to try to do some shit, man. I don't know if that syringe-like jab is gonna get the job done. Because if he can't slow Zepeda down, nothing Shakur does is gonna work. I'm just telling you, man. Anyway, Tevin Farmer got dominated, even though he had pretty good defensive tactics. And I just think early in the fight, if Shakur doesn't slow things down early in the fight, Shakur's going to be in trouble. He's going to be in trouble. And Zepeda's style is just built for overwhelming opponents, man, rather than relying on one punch like Shakur Stevenson. And that's the biggest contrast here. Zepeda relies on throwing an abundance of punches. Shakur's looking for one. Coochie Cool versus, what's that shit? Califragilistic expialidocious. Like if that's how I would sit there and try to categorize the punches, I would say Shakur Stevenson is Coochie Cool, and then William Zepeda is califragilistic expialidocious, supercalifragilistic. That's the kind of shit that's going on with his hands. Anyway, we'll see. Can Zepeda keep the pressure up and break Shakur Stevenson down? It's just something that most of the time when you see fighters who fight like that, they win, especially if they can't be slowed down. So it's just a matter of what you think as far as Shakur Stevenson and if he can slow him down. Hard shots to the body, jab to the solar plexus, using that footwork, maintain the range with the jab. He got to clinch. You got to tie him up. He's got to lean on him. You got to make him miss. Use feints. You got to catch him in between punches. Use uppercuts and hooks. Look, man, that's too much for Shakur Stevenson to try doing a fight, man. That's too much. That's too much. Anyway, I'm going to leave it alone, man. I did my research on this shit, man. I'm just telling y'all. Shakur can win. I just don't know. When I'm looking at strategies and tactics with someone like Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson, man, with them damn brittle-ass hands, one punch, two punches at a time, and footwork and running, I just think Zepeda's going to steal rounds. I think he steals the rounds, and Shakur's going to look crazy. Remember, man, this is the time where judges will award a round to somebody based on out-throwing an opponent. We saw that shit with O'Shaquie Foster and Conceição. We saw that shit with, it was somebody else, man. Right after that, it's like, it was Bertabiev and Bivol, the first fight. Bertabiev out-threw him. And people had Bivol winning that fight, but he got out-thrown, so he won the decision. So I'm just saying, just take it all into consideration, and then, let's see what's up. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veteran 7 continents. It's a 21-minute video. It's something you can play while you're riding and chilling. Not no 3-minute video where you're driving and looking at your phone and having to try to switch. Nah, you can just cruise with this one, man. In the breeze.